This image shows an eerie sculpture of Poe the Red Teletubby, made even creepier with the exaggerated human-like features, as opposed to its usual cartoonish childlike look. The image is one of the more famous ones when it comes to cursed images, and has been shared around on various sites. The sculpture is actually an art project made by artist Kubil Art on Instagram, and placed on display at Boğaziçi University in Istanbul, Turkey. This photo of a reflection in the mirror, of a pale face with black eyes and mouth, has made its rounds around various cursed image subreddits and pages. This image actually originates from the 2018 British psychological horror movie Possum. The movie is about a puppeteer who returns home and is haunted by one of his marionettes, a spider-like doll named Possum. Despite attempts at the disposal and destruction of said doll, it always ends up coming back and haunting him. This isn't the only cursed image from this movie, as it has given us other classics such as these. This photo shows 3 people standing inside what appears to be a large human mouth. The photo has been shared around the internet on several cursed image lists, as well as liminal space videos. The photo shows former Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands at the opening of the Corpus Museum in 2008 in the Netherlands. The Corpus Museum claims to take you on an interactive journey through the human body, visiting parts such as the brain, kidneys, and mouth is seen in this photo. One of the most famous photos on the internet, this photo of a creepy statue looking sideways at the viewer, is the original photo that started the SCP world. This photo was first shared on 4chan on the 22nd of June 2007 by 4chan user Model42 or SS Walrus. The photo was shared alongside a description of the fictional creature's properties and containment procedures, in the same format that would become a staple of future SCPs. According to the caption, this creature had the ability to murder anyone in its vicinity by snapping their necks, moving at immense speeds. The only way to keep from being murdered in its presence was by maintaining eye contact. As long as eye contact was maintained with the sculpture, it could not move. This 4chan post gave rise to the creation of other SCPs, which in turn led to the multimedia SCP world we have now. The photo is that of a sculpture by Japanese artist Izumi Kato, named Untitled 2004. According to local legend in Greenock, Scotland, the Catman of Greenock is a man with skin as black as coal and glowing eyes who eats rats with his bare hands. According to the legend, the Catman was a Russian sailor who abandoned his ship that was docked in the harbor in the 1970s due to poor mental health and continuous fights with the crew. As the sailor began begging on the streets, he was attacked by a gang of teens who broke his legs. Refusing medical attention, the Catman lived like a cat, moving by crawling on his belly. He was called the Catman due to rumors that he lived with a group of wild cats and might have even believed himself to be a cat. He would also allegedly be seen with a rat in his mouth, which he'd have caught. Many believe the figure in the photo is not the original Catman from the 70s, and instead is a copycat, who would paint his face black and crawl on his hands and knees. Whether the original Catman even existed in the first place or not is still up for debate. This photo of a strange-looking creature on the side of the road was first shared on Facebook, where it started circulating, with people claiming the creature to be a Skinwalker. The person who posted the image shared it with the following story. So there was a geologist who was working one evening around Librock and Councillor area, in the old field where my husband has to go out there and work too. The geologist saw something very odd, just standing by the road looking directly at him. He decided to take a heat signature of it. This is what he saw, believe it or not. The next day, the geologist quit. I would have too if I saw this. I told my husband to be careful when working at the old field, especially at night all by himself. The story turned out to be fake, however, since the origin of the image was discovered. The image was taken from this scene from the 1980 science fiction movie, Extra.